Hey everyone, this is Jacob from Matson Consulting, and I'm here today to talk about some business financials and what they can do for you and what you should do with them. So, the first step to talk about are what are financials? So, financials refers to the management of your money and includes things like saving, paying off debt, and investing for the future. Businesses must manage these things to be successful, just like we should as individuals. When talking about financials, it is important to keep accurate details of how much money you will make, how much you will spend, and how much you get to take home at the end of the day. Learning how to manage money early on will save you headaches in the future. The first step to talking about financials, we talk about financial goals. So, this is things like where do you want your money to take you? How much money will you have in the future? What are your goals for making money? For spending it? Or it could be examples such as, oh, I want to be a millionaire, or I want to give all my money to charity at the end of the day. Or maybe I just want to make enough money to buy a new gaming console. Regardless, be thorough when talking about your goals. You must be forward thinking with your financials, and that starts with thinking about where you want to be. Be sure to discuss your goals in a very detailed manner for anyone that's going to be interested in your business or your business plan because they'd like to see where you think you're going to end up. That leads on to the next thing, and that would be planning. You have to plan to reach your goals more efficiently. You must set up these plans, and plannings aren't done just in the beginning phases, it is done throughout the life of a business. It all boils down to having a detailed visualization of the actionable steps you will take to reach your financial goals. It's important to be thorough, both for yourself and for anyone else looking into your business or your business plan to see what your plans are with your money. Would you invest in somebody who had no plans for their money or what their goals for spending their money is going to be? To actually write out your plans, you need to know and you need to visualize what your goals are and what that means. It also means you need to plan out how you are going to reach your goals. Visualize every little detail about what operation you could do or whatever you could do to get the most out of your planning phases. Ask questions like how will you make money? What supplies do you need before you even start your service? Or how do you plan to lower expenses to take home more money? It's important to ask yourself these questions and have pretty justifiable answers for them. The more thorough your plans are, the more prepared you will be, and the better it will be for the investors or any other third party person to come in and see what your business is all about. The next thing to think about, other than planning, although it does kind of go into it, would be your startup cash requirements. For many journeys, and businesses included, or even travel, you need some sort of cash before you can set out. Businesses need cash to run. I mean, when starting a business, you need to write down and record all purchases you need to make and all things you need to buy to run the business. Add up all those purchases, and that's how much it should cost you to start your business. Now, cash isn't always the easiest thing to get, but there are multiple ways you can get the cash requirement to start a business. You can get a job, sell the items you own, get a loan from family and friends, or find outside investors. Regardless, when you do get your cash, you need to be able to manage it effectively using some financial tools. Financial tools such as budgeting apps, accounting software, are paramount to financial success. Use whatever tools you can to help you. Use softwares or accounting apps. They'll help you stay on track, and it will be a lot easier to manage the day to day of the business if you know what your money situation is like. It's important to budget and track all your finances to reach your financial goals. Write down all income and all expenses in a month. Keep track of how much cash you have to start with, how much cash you used, and how much cash you have already obligated to others, such as gym memberships or streaming services, Game Pass, things like that. Be sure that you have enough cash on hand after these obligations if you need to make an investment in the future for your business. Now, when it comes to talking about the future of your business, financial projections are a very important tool in a business plan or even just to be prepared in general. It is important to have financial projections of your business, and this includes thinking about how much money you plan to make or how much you think future costs will be. Investors want to know that your business is likely to make them money, and financial projections of income and expenses shows that you plan on doing just that. When you are making your financial projections, try as best as you can to be realistic. Do research into how much things cost or how much money people in the industry make. Break out all these things into their simplest parts and write out what you think is going to happen years down the line. Either would it be with your income or how your expenses are going to be or how much net income you think you will make. It's also important to think about the cash on hand, the immediate cash on hand. It is very important that you have more money than what you think your future expenses will be. Otherwise, you'll have a bad time trying to make up some debt. And that is not anything that anybody or any business would want unnecessarily. There are some expenses that cannot be forecasted, such as natural disasters, medical bills, car wrecks, and more. It's pretty scary stuff. And although you might budget enough for your usual expenses, it's important to have a cash reserve for these emergencies. It is a lot easier for a business to go bankrupt if it does not manage the amount of cash it has available for emergencies or other circumstances.